In this video, we'll be doing subtraction of number bases. So just like the way we did it last time, we are first going to be subtracting this in base 10, which we know very well, and then we'll now come back and use the same technique to subtract it in base 9. Subtracting this in base 10, we'll have 6 minus 4. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So we have 2 here, and then 0 minus 2. So since we can't have minus 2 here, what we are going to do, we are going to be borrowing a number from this place, then adding it to this one, then before we continue our subtraction. And then look at what happens when you want to take number from this place to this place. When you are taking number from this place, we have 7 here, and want to take number from this place to this place. Normally we will say we pick the number from here, we'll have 6 here, and we have 1 here, and then we'll call this 10. Why? Because whenever we are picking number from here, we pick the number will be that base. So when we pick one number here, it will be 1 times this base, so which is 1 times 10 that we are picking from this place. So what we picked from here will be 10, and then we use the 10 to add to what we have here, and then subtract what we have here. We have 10 here. 10 minus 2 will be 8, and this is 8. So that's it. Then we have 6 minus 3, which is 3, and then we'll have 3 here, and then there's no number to subtract from this, so we'll bring it down. So 4,706 minus 324 in base 10 will be 4,382 base 10. So let's try to use the same way we did it in base 10 and do the same thing here in base 9. So when subtracting in base 9, we'll have 406 base 9, then minus 324 base 9, and then now 6 minus 4 will still be the same thing. Why? Because 6, we can subtract 4 from 6, so we have 6 minus 4 is 2. Now 0 minus 2, so we can subtract 2 from 0, so what do? We borrow 1 from here, the same thing that we did here. Now when we borrow 1 from here, instead of writing this as 1, so that this will be 10, what do? When we borrowed 1 from here, it was 10, but now we are in base 9. When we borrow 1 from here, it will be 9, so we'll have 9 here. So 9 plus 0 will now be 9, so what we have here is 0, 9. So we now use 9 to subtract 2, so that we'll have 9 minus 2 will be 7 here, and then 6 minus 3 is 3, and we have 4 here because there's nothing to subtract here. So this in base 10 we have this result, and in base 9 we have this result. Just the same technique, but because they are different bases, so we'll be more careful when we want to subtract in different bases. So let's try more examples so that we'll be more conversant with this. Let's try to see if we can subtract this first in base 10 and then come back to do it in base 2, so that we'll see the difference and we'll know more about it. So let's have 1011. We assume that we are using base 10 here. 111. So let's subtract this. Subtracting this, we have 1 minus 1, we have 0 here. Then 1 minus 1, we have 0 here. Now 0 minus 1. So we cannot take out 1 from 0. What do? We take 1 from here, and this will be 0. Then we'll add it for here. When we are adding this to this place, when we pick 1 from here, what we are picking is 10 to add to this place. So I have 10 here. 10 plus 0, which is 10, then 10 minus 1, that will be 9. So we have 900 in base 10 when we subtract this. But when we subtract this using base 2. So we'll have 1 minus 1, we have 0 here. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now in this case, 1 is bigger than 0. So what do? We take from here, add it to this place, and then subtract. So how do? We take 1 from here, we'll have 0. Then when it is coming to this place, because we are in base 2, we borrowed 2. So instead of having 10 here, what we'll be having here is 2, because we are in base 2. So we use 2 to subtract this one. So we'll have 2 plus 0, which is 2, then minus 1. So 2 minus 1 will be 1. So, and that is it for the 1011 base 2 minus 111 in base 2. So between let's do 2 more examples on this. We use the same method that we did in the previous examples to do this one. So I have 4 0 0 base 5. I'll have 1 2 4 base 5, and we subtract them. So I have 0 minus 4. So 4 is bigger than 0, so we cannot do this. We try to borrow from this one. So, and we can't borrow from this because this is 0. So we take from this place. So when we take from this place, we have 3 here. Now, remember we are talking about base 5 here. So whenever we borrow a figure from here, adding it to this place to be 5. So I'll put 5 here, and then we have not satisfied this place, so we'll have to take from here again. So when we take from this place again, we'll have 4, and then we put it here, which is 5. So we have 5 plus 0, which is 5 here, and then we have 5 minus 4, which is 1. And then we will have 4 minus 2, which is 2, and then we'll have 3 minus 1, which is 2. So this is 2 2 1 base 5. So we'll be doing one more example on this before we wrap up this video. Before we do this, I'd like us to write out the numbers in base 12. So numbers in base 12 will have 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then we'll have A and B. So these are numbers in base 12. So we'll start subtracting this number. So I have 7 minus 9, and we can't take out 9 from 7, so we'll have to borrow from the next number. We'll have 8 here, so if we take out 1 here, we'll have 7 remaining, and then adding it to this place in base 12 will be adding 12 to this place. So 12 plus 7 is 19, and then we have 19 minus 9, which is 10. But in base 12, we know that the number after 9 will be A instead of 10. So we are going to be having A here. That's the number after 9, which is base 12, and then we also subtract 9 from this place. We have to borrow from here. We have 4 here, and then 7 plus 12, we do the same thing we did here. We have 19. 19 minus 9 will be 10, which is the next number after 9, and that is A in base 12. So we have A here, and then 4 minus 3, which is 1. So that's it for the subtraction in base 12. Whenever you are doing subtraction of numbers or addition in number bases, especially bases that are higher than 10, we have to write down the numbers so that we'll be careful with the results that we get. Like for instance, in this case we had 19 minus 9, which is 10. So we had to write 10 here. We either write 10 here or write 0 and take 1 to this other place, which is not the right way to do it, because the next number after 9 will be A, and A is representing 10 in base 12. So that's it for this video. We will be stopping here for subtraction of number basis, and the next video we are going to be doing multiplication of number basis. So thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video.